Hey guys, Sarah Linhares here, checking in with you before this powerful full moon, total lunar eclipse, November 8th in Taurus. It's called a blood moon. It will literally be completely eclipsed, visible from North America, not in Europe. But we are feeling this very intense buildup of energy. We're feeling it in our bodies, in our world, and we are looking at multiple themes, okay? We're looking at the Taurus-Scorpio axis, and that axis is about survival. It is issues of value, being physically in your body, how you love, how you give and receive love, how you enjoy the physical pleasures of this world, and also opposing that energy of Scorpio, which is this deep, psychological, intense, emotional sign, which we've just had a solar eclipse 2 weeks ago. We've been in this portal for 2 weeks of this sort of nebulous moment of uncertainty. One thing is for sure, things are very unstable in our world, and we are really being pushed to look at what has potentially been hidden, and now is a time to illuminate what no longer serves us as we release what lower energies no longer serve us, and we prepare to step into our destiny. This full moon is conjunct Uranus, the Lord of revolution, rebellion, innovation, technology, the future, and really sudden, shocking, electrifying change. It's the lightning bolt, the illumination. Now I understand. It's that deep knowingness that shocks you into change. So this full moon is conjunct Uranus and the north node of the moon, which is our collective destiny. So eclipses are definitely karmic and fated moments in time when things are just coming to you. You are being given messages, you are receiving what you need to know in order to process this whole new reality we're stepping into. So with Taurus, with our collective focus is on Taurus, but it's with Uranus. So it's like revolutionizing how we physically exist in our world, okay? It has to do with money, it has to do with finances, it has to do with our relationships, it has to do with our self-value, how we value ourselves. Do we know our worth? What do we want to put our energy and our time in this physical reality, because we are here in the physical world, divine humans in physical bodies. So how and where, what are we going to put our energy into in this physical reality? What are the relationships we're going to put our time and energy into? And what do we value? What do we truly value right now? And how are we going to build this world that we want to live in, which is, each one of us in our little bubbles, but all of our little bubbles together create this world we live in. So we are going to be shown, something will be highlighted in your life that is showing you the way towards your future. So it's all about, are you stepping into your power in this physical world? Are you embodying it? A lot of energy of embodying. Taurus is about getting in your body. So the energy has been fierce, not easy. Many people I know are really struggling. And that's just those I know. So I am sure I can feel it. It's like palpable in the streets. People are struggling. But this struggle is pushing us to evolve, pushing us to up level. This is us being called into a higher version of ourselves. We are in Scorpio season. This total full moon eclipse, which is very intense. It's like a hyper intense full moon. Full moons are already very intense, emotional. They move the tides. So the tides were 70% water. So we are definitely affected by the movement of the moon. And, you know, this full moon is kind of like a hyper, more intense full moon. So, you know, emotional, whatever happens to you on a full moon, like take good care of yourself. I would say for this eclipse, like be very, very like careful with your physical body. Listen to your body. I know a lot of people are sick. Listen to your physical vessel. What do you need? I could barely get out of bed today after sleeping 9 hours. So, you know, what do you need? Do you need more sleep? Do you need more food to be grounded? Do you need no food for a period? We really need to be listening to our bodies, because it's very intense moment on our physical bodies. And this full moon is opposite the sun in Scorpio. Okay, we are in Scorpio season. This Scorpio season is particularly potent because the south node of the moon is in Scorpio, which is our collective past, our karmic release, our letting go. So we have collectively been working together in the last year with this axis of Taurus Scorpio, and when the south node is in Scorpio, we are letting go and releasing our Scorpio tendencies, and particularly our lower energy Scorpio energies. Scorpio low energy is the famous classical misunderstood Scorpio, which is this manipulative, dark, power hungry, will just like attack you. This is all like the lower octave Scorpio energy. So Scorpio is like represented by several archetypes, animals, we could say. So starting with the Scorpio, which is in the dark. It's got this big stinger. It's like scary, unknown, mysterious, hiding. Scorpio energy likes to hide for self-protection, actually. So collectively, we've all been processing whatever Scorpio is for you in your chart. Okay, and we've been in this process of letting go, especially since that last eclipse we had, solar eclipse in Scorpio, which was pretty intense. So something was highlighted, something was released. When I say it's intense, of course, you may not be feeling it as much as I am, for example, or all of us who have a lot of this fixed energy. So Scorpio, Taurus are the signs most affected. So if you have a lot of Scorpio and Taurus, you're more likely affected, especially if you have, let's say, between, I don't know, let's just say between like 10 and 20 degrees of those fixed signs in your chart. If you have planets or points, you would be more affected. And if you also have that same amount in Aquarius and Leo, okay? We do have Saturn in Aquarius, which is squaring Uranus, which is this tension between the old and the new, and wanting to innovate and feeling stuck and blocked. And so we are feeling this Saturn is basically squaring this eclipse. So Saturn is the planet of rules, regulations, limitations, and where are we being shown how to mature. Saturn wants us to mature, to grow, to step into our responsibility. Saturn wants us to grow up and take power, take our responsibility, and do what we need to get to where we are meant to be going in this life. So this energy has been quite intense. So, you know, if you've been going through it, which I know I have been, and I know a lot of people have, just know that this is a phase. I would say the energy is pretty fierce, you know, building up to that moon. But this cycle, you know, is going to be unraveling over the next 6 months. So whatever is being highlighted with this full moon eclipse in this moment is something that will bear fruit, more and more fruit in the next 6 months, okay? When we get to that new moon in Taurus on the other side in 6 months. So basically, this is just my wishing you the very best in this very turbulent moment in society, in our world. And again, I just want to remind you that as challenging as this feels, and I know a lot of people have been saying to me, like, for God's sakes, like, it's always something happening that's so intense, I don't want to hear about it. If you don't want to hear about it, no problem. One thing I just want to remind you is astrology is a tool. It is an ally. It is a friend. It is not dictating your life. It is reflecting your life. It's a dance. So without, so within. It sort of reflects cycles of time. And if we know about it, we can align ourselves with that energy. And it's like a very beautiful, poetic, artistic tool that we can use to help us know ourselves better. And when we know ourselves better, we can have a better experience because we can know what we don't want in our lives and what we do want. So take it, leave it, doesn't matter what you feel, what you believe about astrology. I'm just sharing the energies. But know that if you're feeling tired, it's time to rest. If you're feeling overwhelmed, get grounded. Okay, this electricity that's happening, let's just take good care of ourselves. And let's remember, we are here for a reason on this incredible earth, in these incredible bodies. Let us take some time to appreciate the physical body, Taurus style, and treat ourselves to pleasures of life, which is like indulging in things that make us feel good. We want to feel good in our bodies, so give yourself some kind of exercise that gives you pleasure, delicious food, something that makes you feel like in touch with your body. Let's give thanks for our bodies without judging them. Our bodies are just our vehicles, our sacred temples. We can worship them and take care of them without too much identification with them. We can enjoy them without getting too caught up in the wrinkles, in the gray hairs, in the imperfection, in the cellulite, in the fat. Like, if we can just look at what we can do with these incredible vehicles, then we can find pleasure in being here. And yes, we are in the biggest transformation in the history of humanity. It is happening full on. And guys, if you are here on the planet, you know, we're being called to evolve. So, you know, this is happening. Whether you like it or not, it is happening. And yes, we are in the process, and we're all in the process. So just know it's not going to end anytime soon. It's a process, and evolution takes time. So let's just be gentle, take that pressure off ourselves, and allow ourselves to surrender into this energy. The best way to handle this energy is surrender. What is surrendering? Surrendering is like letting go of your resistance to what is happening. When we're resisting, we're like tight, we're stuck. And when we let go, we can fall into the nothingness where something sacred will be born. And perfect timing, I'm releasing a song, a brand new song called Surrender, all about exactly that, falling into the nothingness and letting go of trying to control everything. Where we are headed in the future, people, The more you can flow and surrender into what is happening, the easier your ride will be. The waves will be big. They are not just stopping. And we are not about to enter some moment of peaceful bliss utopia. No, we are riding those waves because we are here to step into our power and to learn and to grow and to love and to enjoy being in these incredible bodies. So yeah. So let us surrender. So I'm wishing all of you the best time possible given the current circumstances. And you know, when I wrote that song Surrender, actually it was about my struggle with anxiety and depression, and how I was just so trying to control how I was feeling when what I really needed to do was purge and release and cry and scream and let out my trauma. So may you liberate yourself in some way and enjoy as much as possible this fierce, fierce energy. There's a lot of exciting things coming up. 2023, I will be much more active in these types of videos. So news soon come. I'm sending you so much love. Beijinhos. Fica muito bem. Tchau.